Blockchain technology has been around for a while now, and if you have chosen to watch this video, it means you have some doubt regarding this whole contraption or how it works. And yes, at the last, I will tell you something shocking. So please watch this video till the very end. Well, today, I am gonna try to tackle the whole blockchain technology thing, and we are gonna try to understand how it works down to the tiniest detail. I will be as simple as possible while explaining, but we will also be tackling some of the more complex mathematical parts of the technology. So let's take a look at our agenda for today's video. Blockchain is being used highly for transaction management, and it is replacing the current existing transaction management systems. If technology is replacing the existing system, there must be certain problem, and that's exactly what we will be discussing at the first. Once we have understood this, let's try to discuss how blockchain can solve the issues as well as how Bitcoin transaction takes place. Now, if a transaction has to take place, there needs to be certain medium, and that's exactly what blockchain is. Moving on from there, we try to talk about the various blockchain concepts and features, as well as we see there blockchain is being used apart from the banking domain. Now let's move on to the first topic of today's video, the reason why blockchain technology is in existence. But before I will go ahead with the slides, please tell me what do you think is the issue with the current banking system in the comment section below. Now let's try to talk about the challenges that are faced by the current existing banking system. Now, the first challenge we will be talking about is double spending. So let's take a simple example. If Ram is having $500 in his account and he tries to send 400 to Yash and 500 to Nancy at the same time, which leads to the problem to identify which one is valid, making double spending quite possible. Now, moving on to the next issue, which is financial crisis. So let's take a simple example to understand it more clearly. If Yash invested in a plan of a bank for 2 or 3 years, but unfortunately the bank collapses after 1.5 years of investing because of some reason, it could be anything like the owner of the bank committed a crime, etc. This leads to the risk of the funds everyone invested in the bank. Now, moving on to the next challenge, which is cross-border payments. So, let's take a simple example of it. If Yash wants to send $100 to his sister from America to India, it will take a long time to deliver and confirm the money transfer. Sometimes it would be even difficult to send and receive. Moving on to the next slide, that how blockchain solves the issues. Let's start by the definition of the blockchain. Blockchain is decentralized, distributed, public ledger system. So let's break it down into 3 terms: distributed, decentralized, and public ledger. If we want to understand decentralized, then we have to understand centralized first. But before, let me clear something. Centralized and decentralized refers to control and distributed refers to location. So let's understand. Centralized, it means single one entity is having full control, and decentralized, it means everyone on the network have some importance on the network. Distributed, it means all the data is stored on everyone's device, which is the participant in the network. Now, the last term, public ledger, it is a list of transactions. Blockchain is made up of transactions at the tiniest level. Now, before moving on to the next topic, let's discuss how blockchain solves the issue. First issue was double spending, and in blockchain, a fixed amount of transaction can place in a fixed time period. We will talk about it more in the blockchain transaction session. Second was financial crisis. Blockchain is decentralized, distributed, public ledger system, so your records are immutable. and none of the single entity is having full control. Third is cross-border payments. Blockchain like Ripple and Stellar are created for fast and secure transactions. And yes, as I mentioned above, blockchain is decentralized, so no single entity is having full control. This solves the issue of cross-border payments. We will talk about XRP and Ripple in the next video. So please subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Moving on to the next topic, what is blockchain transaction and how they are performed. So let's start with the term miners. But before we talk about miners, we have to talk about nodes. Let me explain. Blockchain is a network of participants that are called nodes, but some special nodes are called miners. They verify your transaction with their computing power. That's why you have heard that blockchain use enormous amount of electric power to secure its network. Miners work in a proof of work algorithm. There are two types of algorithm, proof of work and proof of stake. We will talk about proof of stake some other time. In proof of work algorithm, the miners compete with each other and the first one to verify gets a reward of the coin that runs on the network. They verify it by matching the hash with the previous block hash. Only 12 million bitcoins can be mined, and after 4 years of time average, the reward of mining gets halved. Now, moving on to the last topic, blockchain use cases. Blockchain is used in different fields like healthcare, music, voting, laws enforcement, IoT, and payments and transfer, etc. Mainly because of transparency and security. Thanks for watching, and questions regarding this video comment it down. I will read, and as soon as possible I will answer it. But stop. Before leaving, a tip for you is waiting. Blockchain can also be hacked. Don't be shocked. It requires a machine which is 52% more powerful than the whole network. And yes, none of the current machines are as powerful as 52% of the whole Bitcoin network. But quantum computers can be a threat. Please subscribe for more awesome topics like this.